I'll see you guys on Thursday. So, Arknights Endfield beta is nearly upon us. With that in mind, I wanted to talk about my top hopes for the game, both for the beta build and the final release. To start with, let's talk about what I'm hoping I'll get to experience and show you guys. This comes mostly from the gacha system. If that system is in place, I'm wondering if I'll get unlimited currency in the beta just to test the systems and then, get all the characters to try them all out. Dapen looks so cool, please let me use him. I'm also curious about the existence of a weapon gacha, just because I tend not to like that too much. However, if they do have it, I'm wondering whether or not the weapon models will show up on characters depending on what you equip to them. I think that would be really cool, as it would give more incentive to gacha for the weapons instead of just, ooh, look, big damage. Star Rail's light cones don't actually show up, and I thought that was kind of boring. So the models may differ in Endfield though. So here on Wolfguard's official E2 art, he has these black guns, or gray or whatever, and then in the gameplay they showed off in that demo, he has these blue ones. Similarly, Chen has sort of a different sword. On her full art, it doesn't say Endfield on the sword, but she does keep the sheath, so I'm not sure how the models differ. It could just be character dependent as well. I've been hearing that a lot of stuff has changed from the tech test, so I'm really hoping that they've still gone with like a semi-open world for the game. I feel like that would prevent the quantity over quality philosophy of putting missions and just stuff to find in the world. I prefer exploring a well-made smaller world rather than like a drawn-out bigger one, but if they put in the time, they can definitely make a well-fleshed-out open world, so it's not too big of a concern. Then for the combat, we saw in the gameplay demo that it's been changed significantly from the tech test, so I'm really excited to see what exactly they've done and how all the systems feel. Just because, watching a video doesn't do justice to how everything feels when you're playing it, so I am excited to be able to share that with you guys and tell you how everything feels, at least to me. On top of that, hopefully they do have the option to play on controller as well as mouse and keyboard, because I would like to try both. As for some hopes for the release of the full game, I am worried about having skins and outfits that you're required to spend actual money for. Something I love about Arknights is that all the skins are free if you grind the game enough. I realize that with Endfield being a 3D game, it is harder to justify free-to-play stuff just because it does cost more money to make the game, but I do really hope they follow the design philosophy from Arknights. If I enjoy the game, I will eventually pay for stuff. That's exactly what I did with AK. I really don't want to see the game launch with stuff that free-to-play players just can't get. Packs for chips or materials or whatever they're going to be using. That's fine, but the cosmetic stuff is really cool to, put the work in to unlock rather than putting in the work of pulling your wallet out. I actually don't really want a battle pass either, but honestly, if they have one, I'll probably just buy it, so whatever. That can get a pass. Another thing I'm really excited for is the likelihood that we'll get the same events on Global and on CN and all the other servers. It does come with downsides, of course, as, knowing who you want to save up for is nice, and having that foresight is really cool. But we don't have to wait 6 months for content that was already released. The summer events will line up with the summer, and the community will be finally united across all the servers, which is something I think would be really cool. I know this isn't guaranteed, but I think it would be weird if we had beta tests at the same time and then Global just had to wait 6 months or longer or whatever. It'd be kind of strange. One last point I wanted to close with is the difficulty of the game. So with combat not being the main focus, instead being making an efficient factory, I'm curious if the combat is going to be sort of inconsequential, or at least not very difficult or challenging. Hopefully there should be a way of keeping the game challenging, like playing Niche Knights, but with such a small amount of characters, I don't know if that'll even be possible. Something I want to make a video about in the future as well, but time will tell. As for the beta test itself, I will be streaming it when it goes live at 7 p.m. Pacific on Thursday, both here on YouTube and on Twitch, if I could get that working. On YouTube at least, I will definitely be streaming it there, so all the links are in the description, and hope to see you guys there and join me as we embark on a new adventure. Anyway, build your birds. Bye.